In the village of Bethel there lived a woman named Naomi. One day she suffered from severe stomach pain. Her husband, Job, was confused and didn't know what to do. There was no one around to help. Just then, a pastor happened to be passing by in his car. Job noticed him and immediately ran towards him. Pastor, my wife is experiencing severe stomach pain. You have arrived at the right time. Please take us to the hospital." The pastor quickly agreed and took Naomi to the hospital in his car. The doctor examined her. The pastor and Job stayed at the hospital until evening. After some time, the doctor arrived and said, "There is a large tumor inside her stomach. Even if we operate, the chances of survival are very, very low. The surgery is also expensive." Job was shocked and asked, "How much will it cost, doctor?" The doctor replied, "It will cost around 10 lakh rupees." Hearing this, Job became very anxious. "I don't have that much money. How can I arrange such a large amount immediately? Even if I sell my land, I will only get 5 lakh rupees. Now what should I do?" The pastor consoled him and said, "Job, I will give you 5 lakh rupees to help you." Job was overjoyed upon hearing this. The pastor then suggested informing Job's son as well. Job wrote a letter to his son, Daniel. Without any delay, Daniel sold the land and arranged the money. The pastor also sold his gold and gave 5 lakh rupees to Job. After receiving the letter, Naomi's son, Daniel, immediately traveled to the hospital to see his mother. Seeing her condition, he started crying. Naomi, however, comforted him. After a while, Daniel stepped outside and Naomi began to pray with tears in her eyes. "O Lord, I trust only you. My children are crying for me, praying for me. If it is your will, please heal me. Otherwise, take me into your presence. If you allow me to live, I will testify to everyone about your mighty works. Make me a witness for you," she prayed, and then rested. Meanwhile, the doctors were preparing for her surgery. At that moment, Lord Jesus Christ appeared near Naomi. Looking at her, Jesus said, "My child, I am giving you healing. You will be my witness." He placed his hands on her stomach, and instantly all her pain disappeared. Jesus then left. Naomi suddenly woke up and exclaimed, "Lord, I thank you thousands and thousands of times. My pain is completely gone. Praise be to you, Lord." Just then, her son Daniel entered the room. "Mother, they are going to start the surgery soon," he said. Naomi smiled and replied, "Son, don't worry. The Lord appeared to me in a vision. He told me that he is extending my life and making me his witness." She then shared everything that had happened. A few moments later, the doctor arrived and said, "It's time to take her to the operation theater." They took her inside. After some time, the doctor came out looking shocked. Job, Daniel, and the pastor anxiously asked him what had happened. "I have never seen such a great miracle in my life. Yesterday there was a huge tumor in her stomach, but today it is completely gone. I cannot understand how this happened." Everyone was amazed. "You don't need to pay for the surgery, just pay for the hospital room and you can take her home. She has no illness now," the doctor said. Everyone was overjoyed and went to see Naomi. She spoke to them happily. "Mother, they said you don't need surgery," Daniel said. "Our God has done a mighty work, my child. I am so happy. Truly, God has done something unimaginable for us. Nothing is impossible for him," Naomi replied. The pastor then said, "Let's go home." They all collected their money from the hospital and returned home. That night the pastor prayed and thanked God. Suddenly, Lord Jesus appeared to him. "My child Moses, you have proven your greatness. You have been at the forefront of helping others. From now on your life will prosper day by day. Your days of sorrow are over," Jesus said. The pastor humbly replied, "Lord, seeing you is my greatest blessing. That alone is enough for me." Jesus then comforted him, "Moses, do not be troubled. I know exactly what each person needs and at what time. Everything will come at the right moment." Saying this, Jesus disappeared. Later, Job was able to reclaim the land he had sold, and he continued farming. His family lived happily, knowing that God had greatly blessed them. If you liked this video, please give it a like. If you want Jesus' grace in your life, comment Jesus Grace and subscribe to the channel.